Hello, my dear friends. I am Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business, immigration, and corporate attorney here in Miami, Florida. And today we are going to be talking about active investment in EB-5 investment program for you to get a green card for your entire family within a year. At the end of this video, you'll be able to know how to get evaluation of your case for EB-5. Let's go. Alright, if you watch my videos, you do know that I specialize at EB-5 investment program. That means that most of my clients do go for this program and we successfully filed the cases for them. However, recently there was a reform of this program and I see a lot of misunderstanding of what's going on and a lot of questions that I get on my Instagram, to which you should be subscribed, and there's a link below this video. And also it's important, it's never been easier to register a company for your active investment in the US. If you forgot what EB-5 program is, or you actually don't know, I do recommend to watch my other videos. However, in short, EB-5 program is the program for those of you who have a capital of $1 million or more. To be more exact, $1,050,000 for a business that is located anywhere in the States, or $800,000 for a business that is located in the rural areas. Besides the difference in the amount of investment that you put, that is $800,000 and $1,050,000, is the amount of time that the USCIS, the Immigration Services, will be processing your petition. For rural areas, that is 3 months. For any other area is 8 months. It's still one of the best and fastest way to get a green card, as long as you have the capital, the origin of which you should prove. So the proof of funds is the only requirement to participate in this program. So what are the steps you have to take in order to establish the business that will be good for this program? Step number 1, you have to decide which state, which county, and which city you will be operating your business from. If you decide to open up your business in a rural area, you'll get some benefits from the United States government. If you decide to open up your business, for example, here in Miami, or maybe here in Aventura, or in Fort Lauderdale, or any other city in the United States of America which is not rural, you won't get some benefits, but still you'll be in a very good position to get your green card pretty fast. So once you choose your state and your actual location, number 2, you have to actually register your company. And this is not very hard to do. As long as you type in the Google search corporate registration and the name of the state which you chose. For example, here in Florida, the website is sunbiz.org. So once you go there, the first thing you have to do is to search the name that you chose for your company. You need to make sure that there is no such name already registered, otherwise the state will refuse your registration. For example, you want to register the company named ABC. You put the name ABC and of course it's already taken. So what you can do is to add something to this word to make it different. For example, you can do ABC Florida, or ABC FL, or ABC USA, and so on. The second thing you have to do in this step is also choose what type of company you have to register. You basically have two major options: LLC or C corporation. In case of LLC, it's an easier way to register, less paperwork for your company, and less complicated way of taxation of this entity. Also, it's very good if it's only you who's going to be managing the company in the future. And it's also very good if you do not plan to make over 100K in profit within the next few years, because then you can convert your LLC to C Corp and maybe even S Corp if you already live in the US. In case of the C Corp, that's the type of entity which investors do love. So if you plan to bring extra investment to your company in the future, that's probably the way to go, because it has three ways of management. That's the shareholder, the actual people who establish the company, the board of directors, it could be one person or it could be more, and then the officers who actually do the operational stuff for the company. So in case of a small C Corp, that's probably one person who plays all three roles: the shareholder, the director, and the officer, maybe a president or CEO. And I'm not going to a lot of details, difference between LLC and C Corp, because there's quite a few, but you need to make this decision. I'm also a corporate attorney and I can help you out to make the proper decision. You also have to consult a licensed CPA, a licensed accountant, who is gonna give you all the breakdown for the taxation of both entities. So once you chose one or the other and you registered with the state, you have to have an address, you have to have the registered agent, a person or entity who's going to represent you in the state where you registered. You have to pay the government fee, different for each state, for each type of entity, and that's pretty much it. Once you hit the submit button, you pay the government fee, you wait for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, again depending on the state. So once you took the step and you got your so-called articles of incorporation in a few days, maybe a few weeks, the next step you have to do is to file for EIN, Employment Identification Number. If for whatever reason you have a social security number, if you don't, do not panic. If you go to pretty much any accountant in the United States of America, they will be able to file the paperwork for you and get your EIN within 2 months. It could be anywhere from a few weeks to 2 months. These are the time frames you should look at. Once you get your EIN, the next step is to go to the bank and open up your bank account for your company. Once that is done, and it's pretty simple, choose any bank. I do believe Wells Fargo and Chase, I'm not trying to promote them, but they are easier for foreigners to open up the bank account for the business. Once that is done, the next step is to transfer the amount of investment to the company's checking account. So depending where your company is at, if it's a rural area, you have to make at least $800,000. If anywhere else in the States, it's $1,050,000. After that is done, and of course, at this stage, you already have an attorney who specializes in this type of visas, and I'm one of them. And of course, this transfer can be done only after I analyzed all your paperwork regarding your proof of funds. So this is very, very important. So you cannot do your transfer before I said, yes, go ahead. Because once that is done, there is no way back if there is something going on with your past documents proving your origin of funds. And of course, before even you start doing all that, what kind of business you will be doing in the States? Parallel to all these steps, you have to start working on your business plan. And of course, it's a very comprehensive document. Maybe you're not in a position to draft a business plan like that. However, I can give you all the templates or examples of such business plans. I would recommend to go to professional companies which we work with that will be able to assist you with this endeavor, with this project. And you will save a lot of time, and you'll get a quality product at the end. Once all these steps are done, now you're ready to get your business permits from the city and from the county. It's a simple registration online. With the cities, sometimes you have to show the liability insurance, sometimes you have to pass the fire inspection and things like that. So depending on the city, each city has its own requirements to issue the business permit. So make sure you read very attentively what's going on with particular city. I should tell you that Aventura, for example, here in Florida, which is the north of Miami, is a very complicated city permit. So even for me, it wasn't easy. Maybe you need to talk to a local attorney where you're doing your business to assist you with that. Once all this is done, you have a complete and ready business to start your EB-5 process. Of course, it's wise to make the first investments, for example, rent an office, buy furniture, buy equipment, maybe hire a couple of people, and the best would be start operations on a small scale. With all these documents, we'll file the paperwork with USCIS, and between 3 to 8 months would get you approval for your green card. Then you go to the embassy, and there is no problem with lines in the embassies, and you will get your immigrant visa probably within 3 months. So with all these steps taken, and once you get your green card and you actually pass the customs, your green card is activated and you can start doing business here immediately. So who is getting a green card in case of EB5 active investment? That's you, the investor, your spouse, and your children under 21-year-old who are not married. For example, you have 2 kids, you have a spouse, and all 4 of you will get green cards once you file the petition. So this is not complicated process. It's easy, it's pretty formal, it's paperwork oriented, and with a high rate of success in case you can prove your funds. You have to create 10 jobs in your startup within the first 2 years. Once you do this and about 1 year and 9 months pass after you get your first green card, we will file you for the permanent green card, meaning a green card for 10 years. So these are all requirements for you to satisfy to get your permanent residency in the US. If you think you qualify for this program, please go down below this video and fill out the questionnaire that I prepared for you, so I will get your free evaluation within 48 hours, something that other attorneys want to charge you $300 and call it a consultation. After I analyze your case, I will invite you to the immigration planning, where I will develop a strategy of filing your EB5 case. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, press the like button if you found something valuable in this video, ask me questions, comment under this video. This was Stanislav Shamayev, the lawyer of the future. Your future starts here. Good luck.